My first time ever meeting any type of social media crush or person that I meeting my TikTok crush. His friends.
Yeah.
So
and he looked straight at me and I was like, he made eye contact with me again as he's walking off, and I was like, okay.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my podcast, Sweet with a Twist. This is your host, Skylar Sweet, and we are on episode, I believe that, okay, what is going on here? 1 month launch of my podcast. So next month I have plans, and I think the episodes then are going to be so fun, so cool. Like, I'm excited. Also, y'all guys can comment down below. You can even, on my Instagram, what topics y'all guys want to hear from me, like what y'all guys want me to talk about, whatever, literally. Let's just keep running it up, and we only go up from here. And so I'm so excited that I did this, and I'm gonna keep God and faith, because it is sometimes discouraging to see I wanted it to go this way, I wanted to go that way, but I genuinely believe this is what I want to do and what I'm here to do. So yeah, I'm working hard and I'm still learning every day. So bear with. I did fix my intro on my last episode because the colon was very off. So I fixed it. I just retyped it. And then now I do have an outro. Do I love it? No, but I'm a simple girl at the same time. So I wasn't really trying to do too much on the outro. So, but yeah, I do have an outro. Meeting my TikTok crush. Yeah. And also his friends. So TikTok crushes, I think in general, from YouTube, Instagram, I don't know, movies, songs, whatever it is, it's so crazy. But at the same time, I felt like TikTok, just got, transformed in 2019. So I felt like it was still a little bit easier to meet your TikTok crush rather than a whole celebrity, or even a whole YouTuber. So yeah, so we're gonna get into how I met my TikTok crush and the whole experience of it. This is my first time, guys, ever meeting someone off of the internet that I truly rocked with, enjoyed watching, loved watching, supported. This is my first time ever meeting any type of social media crush or person that this was already a very nervous, exciting, jittery experience for me. So this was December of 2019. This was winter break. I actually just came back from leaving my university to moving back home. That was that, you follow all your, social medias of anybody, right? So I was following this TikToker's Instagram. So I was following his Instagram. He's my crush, right? Followed his Instagram, and then he posted on his story that a flyer that he was having a meetup. I was like, no way. And then when I kept reading,
okay guys, I'm back. My little microphone died or pick up where I left off when the mic cut out. So I was talking about the flyer. So like I said, I follow him on Instagram, and on his Instagram story, my TikTok crush Instagram story, he posted a flyer of him having meetup here in Texas at a mall that I knew, that I've been to a few times now. It's not that far. And then some of his other TikTok influencer friends were also gonna come to the meetup, be with him. So I was like, you know what? I have to make this happen. Like, I have to. There's no way that I'm gonna pass this opportunity up when it's literally in the palm of my hand. Like, there's no way I can not make it to this meetup. Absolutely not. So I read everything. I read what time. I read everything. So then I'm like, okay, I saved it. I screenshotted it. I saved it. And I tell my mom, I was like, here's the deal. Like, he's coming here. It's right at the road. I have to go. It's winter break. Like, no one's doing anything. So she was like, okay, we'll see. And I was like, oh man, like, I'm really not gonna be able to go because, So I was like, oh, she didn't say a definite yes, and she obviously didn't say no. So then time is getting closer, and I think she actually asked me what time it was, and I was like, this is what time it's at. And then she's like, okay, then we should probably go. I was like, no way, we're gonna be able to go see them. And I was so excited. I was like, no way this is happening. So we get in the car and we drive to the mall, and it's about 10 minutes before the actual meetup is supposed to happen. So I'm looking for them. I'm like, I don't see them. Like, I don't really see like a crowd starting or anything. So I was like, ugh. We get off on the second floor, and I look down around. I'm like, I don't see them. Like, what is going on? I'm like, what time is it? I'm checking my phone constantly. And then as soon as I look up from looking down on the first floor of the mall, I look to my left and I see the group of TikTokers. I'm like, that's them. So I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to look like, crazy or anything. So I wait for a few people to get in front of me and like leave some distance between the group and then my mom and I. So we get on the escalator because they're going down. So we get on the escalator going down. And as we're going down, I have my phone out and I'm like recording. And I was like, that's them. And I'm enlarging on the video because it was a Snapchat video. When I went to like enlarge, I think one of the TikTok influencers, one of them noticed, and he turns around. It's in the video. He turns around and he looked straight at me, and I was like, so I stopped recording. And then when I stopped recording and they were getting off of the escalator, and then eventually we were getting off too, he made eye contact with me again as he's walking off, and I was like, okay, like, this is weird. So I was like, he definitely noticed in my head. We get off, and then I'm like trying to see, like, does anyone else notice? But then by the time I think they get over to where the meetup was going to happen, there's already like a group of girls like me and their moms like me, like in a group lining up to take pictures with them. So I was like, okay, we're good now. So now the meetup is happening. So every girl is trying to, get their pictures in. And let me tell you, these TikTok influencers were so nice. Mind you, this was 2019. But they were so nice and really cool and everything. Like I said, I've never met anybody from social media before. So this was my first, so I can't compare it to other interactions. But they were really nice. Like, they were really nice, and respectful, and just, you know, they were almost like just, you know, literally, because they are, you know, they're like normal people, like you could be friends with them, like, you know, it was like that vibe. So it gets to my turn, and I'm like telling my mom, like, you know, take a picture, like, you know. So I hand her my phone, I take a picture with my TikTok crush first. This was my TikTok crush at the time, people. He's not a lovely relationship, but this was at the time. This was my TikTok crush. I have a totally new one now, but I give my mom my phone, she takes a picture. I take a picture with him first. Mind you, he's like super tall. Like, when he would tell us over his TikTok live videos and his lives and stuff how tall he was, and like he would, you know, stand up how the guys do, stand in the door frame to compare their height. He was like, yeah, he's tall. But in person, it was like, dang, like, wow. Like, I knew you said you were tall, but I didn't, like, you know, you're not prepared for that. So I was like, you're really tall. And, you know, he was in the military at the time, and we just kind of like said a few words, exchanged, you know. I was like, it's really nice to meet you. Like, I was so nervous, guys. I was so nervous. My heart is pumping through my chest. Like, I'm freaking out, like every girl was. It was just a moment. So then I was like, well, I guess we can just leave, like, you know. But at the same time, I was like, well, I didn't want to just make it seem like I just came for him, which I mean, I did, but I was like, you know what, there's other ones here, like, I might as well take pictures. So when I go to leave, and I tell my mom, like, oh, we should just leave, one of his friends was actually like, no, wait, no, actually, I asked, because I knew who okay, so one of his friends, I don't know if y'all guys know him, but I'll try to find his username or whatever, but his name is Josh. So this was one of his TikTok friends. I know him because I've seen his videos, and I've seen him in one of my TikTok, or in a few of my TikTok crushes TikTok videos. So I said I might as well take a picture with him too. So I go over there and I asked Josh, hey, can we take a picture together? He was like, yeah, sure. I was like, okay. And so I'm going to take a picture. I think my mom already shot some. And then I was like about to like leave and be like, look at the pictures and then like go to the next person or whatever, and then leave them all altogether. But then Josh's friend comes in, and he's like standing off to the side, and he's like, oh, can I get a picture with you too? Like, I was like, yeah, sure, like, I don't really care, like, you can come on in. I was like, come on. And so I'm standing, you know, between two, because they're taller than me, but I'm standing between two tall guys, you know, and the more the merrier, you know what I mean? Like, I can say I met this TikTok, you know, influencer. So I said, come on in. So we take a picture, and we take it a few times, right? So then I was like, oh, thank you, like, you know, da da da. And then Josh's friend is like talking to me, and I was like, yeah, like, you know, we were saying whatever. So then I go to their other friend, and this was the last TikTok influencer. I think his name was, or is, Justin. I was like, can I take a picture of you? Because I was like, you know what, I might as well take, because I'm never probably gonna meet one in a long time. So he's like, yeah. So I took a picture with him, and he was really nice. And then that was kind of the end of that, right? So that was my experience of meeting them, like all that stuff, meeting my TikTok crush. But the story doesn't end there as far as when I met the other TikTok influencers. So I already told y'all guys, I knew the names to, you know, the other two, which was Josh and Justin, but I did not know the name to their other friend. So I think it's like either that same day or like the next day, I post all the pictures with the TikTok influencers and with my TikTok crush, right? So I posted on my Instagram, and my friends were like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so happy for you and stuff like that. Because they knew, my college friends knew how much of a crush I had on this guy, like, you know? So they're like, oh, I'm so happy that you finally got to meet him and stuff. I was like, yeah. So their friend, which my TikTok crush liked the picture, and plus he was like reposting everybody that tagged them in their post. So his friend actually liked the picture. I think Josh and Justin liked it. I'm not too sure, but their friend, I don't remember. I didn't know his name then, and I don't remember his name now. But their friend, like my picture, my post. But also, he, I think, even commented or like texted me or something, like messaged me. As far as like, he was trying to like talk to me, like get to know me. And I was kind of thrown off because I was like, this was like, you know, like, I don't really know you, like, what is this? But that kind of like fell off. But yeah, he was like talking about me and stuff, and I was just like, but that's the experience of meeting my TikTok crush and other TikTok influencers. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode. Like I said, comment down below what other topics you guys want me to talk about. There's so much I have like in store for this, and to make this a better, you know, and bigger platform. And I don't know, God is with me, so through this whole thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next episode. Bye, guys.